Welcome to the DW experience. 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 You ready for tonight?
What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to another episode of the DW Experience. We are on episode 13 and we are moving along. And like I said last week, we're moving on up. So I hope everybody is having a great week. You know, I'm here to uplift, encourage, and inspire. Today is International Women's Day. And, I grew up in the church, as many of you know. So if you grew up in the church, anytime it's Women's Day, Men's Day, any type of special day, you can't have that day without an usher march. So I wanted to start off this International Women's Day with the Women's Usher Board. I found them at the last minute, y'all. Got a couple of the fellas to volunteer also, and we have a star at the end of the march, Sister Beulah May. So y'all, let's get this Women's Day started with this great march. And we'd like to thank Sister Beulah May and the Instagram Missionary Baptist Church of God in Christ on the Assembly Nations Usher Board for volunteering for that wonderful Women's Day March. Give it up for them, everybody. Give it up. All right, give it up for them. Let me get my hand clap right here. Woo! All right, before I bring on my guest, I want to give a quick shout out to Pastor Jay. Pastor Jay, thank you so much always for this opportunity and the great learning a lot. I'm learning a lot, y'all, and I gotta say on that note, if you're out there, if you're branching out, if you're switching fields, get you a mentor, get you somebody that's where you want to be, someone that can help you as you grow into your new career, culture, pathway, or whatever it is. Also, shout out to Shakita. Make sure you get her book, The Unbroken Train to Be Broken. It is a small yet very impactful book. And my great friends, Chris Johnson, Dr. Marvinetta Clay, and also shout out to Walt B. and Dante Morrison. Y'all, I love y'all, and thank you for the support in this wonderful YouTube online arena. I got a quick couple of observations before we get started. Many of you are tuning in. Listen, as I always say, it is free to just click like, share if you're enjoying yourself, or if you just want to give to the less fortunate, you can give out likes and shares to me. Okay. A couple of quick observations before Kyss comes on. Let's talk about Coming to America. Coming to America 2. I thought it was good. And for those of you who didn't think it was good or had other comments otherwise, I'm praying for you. That's all I can say. Let me move forward because that's it. Because it seems like everybody's becoming Scorsese. Where's your Oscar? Huh? Where's your acting credential? Okay. Coming to America was good. Also, if you haven't seen the interview with Oprah and Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, I highly suggest you see it. I would like to say Oprah became everybody's Black auntie when we all wanted to know who was the Am I the only one that wanted to know? Okay. If not, click like and share. If you didn't want to know, just ignore me right now. I'm just going through my notes, just covering everything. All right. Let me get to my guest. If you and you just like me. You just like me. You like my smile. You feel like I encouraged you. There was a time where I said something that brought you joy. Do me a favor. Click the like button. Click the heart button. If you love Kyss tonight, because she's amazing, just share it with somebody. Tag her in this if you can. Here's what I want to do. I want to bring to the stage this wonderful, beautiful lady. I met her, and when I first met her, her spirit was just infectious. It literally lit up the room. Born in Cleveland, raised overseas, grew up in the South, singing since the age of 3, getting paid since the age of 6. First recording album at the age of 14. She has opened up for Outkast, Goody Mob, John B., CeCe Peniston, Ashford and Simpson, Guapale, and the list goes on. You can hear her beautiful, talented, sultry voice on the Barbershop soundtrack. And she's just an overall amazing human being. You know what? I was going to play a video and I can just see her lighting up right now. So without further ado, y'all get ready. Please welcome to my stage, the DW Experience. I hope I'm saying, matter of fact, let me bring her to the stage and I'll let her introduce herself. Is it K Mala?
Hey, it's KK Mala.
KK Mala, what's up? What's up? Oh, I forgot to ask you all, where y'all at? Where y'all at? And then what you say,
where
y'all
doing?
at?
Where y'all at? What y'all doing?
What y'all doing? Where you at? Where you drinking? Where y'all hanging out at? Click like and share. It's your favorite girl from Las Vegas coming on right now. So y'all might as well click like and share because we're going to have a good time. We're going to get to know her. She's about to bless y'all and encourage you all. KK Mala, welcome to the DW Experience. First of all,
thank you for having me.
How are you today? I know you are a hard worker. You're welcome.
I'm good. I made it just in the nick of time, right?
It was perfect timing because you're coming from a gig, right?
Well, no, I'm coming from my day job. that's I guess that's the gig.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the gig to the other gigs. Yeah. So I want to start.
Can I do something real quick? Can I correct you on something real quick? So I was born in Oklahoma.
Okay. Born in Oklahoma. Did you live in Cleveland?
Never. Never. Not yet. You trying to speak something into existence. What you doing?
There's something coming up. Oklahoma, far different from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start there. What was it like growing up in Oklahoma? What was it like just having your whole experience? You are a military child, correct?
Yeah, I was only born in Oklahoma. I don't know anything about it, so
okay.
I don't know nothing about it.
Where did you grow up? What do you call home? What has contributed to KK Mala being who she is today?
I am from Columbus, Georgia.
Okay.
I'm from Columbus, Georgia, but life has contributed to who I am today. Just life.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Singing since the age of 3.
Yes.
Do you remember your first song?
A Natalie Cole song I heard. I don't know which one it was, but my mom was saying that she was cleaning up, listening to some music, and the music stopped and I kept going, and that was it. She heard me and have been pushing me ever since. So that's that.
Do you come from a musical background? Like, does your family sing or?
No. Mm-mm.
It just fell on you.
Definitely God gave this to me. I didn't inherit this. Nobody. My mom doesn't sing. My dad, nobody plays an instrument. I just kind of picked it up, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so what's kind of have that in common? Like, well, I don't come from a musically inclined family. Um, so what was it like for you being the artist, being the creative, growing in? Did you feel, outcast at times?
No, actually, I was the one in the family that everybody was rooting for. I would have been the only one to make it singing, so entertaining and whatever. So I was the one that was supposed to get the record deal and make everybody rich and put everybody in big houses. That was me. Nobody let me focus on anything else other than music. That was it.
Did you feel pressure? You feel pressure from that?
Um, no,
Like,
I
did
didn't feel pressure from
okay.
it because that was probably the only way my family would pay me attention, to be honest. So that was like the only way my folks would pay me attention. Other than that, there was nothing else really um going on. So it never made me feel any pressure at all. It was like, okay, this is what makes me special. This is important. This is what gets me the attention. This is what makes people pay attention to me, as far as my family, stuff like that. So it was like, okay, well, let's roll with it then. Must be something real great.
Do you have a bit? Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're amazing to get into all of that because to me, you are a true artist. You are a singer. You have a flow. You just light up any stage. Like I said, when I first saw you, I was just blown away by just your presence and how you interacted with everyone with such a loving, non-judgmental energy. Like you really
Thank
give everybody a
you.
chance. You're welcome. You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Absolutely. So so you're growing up singing, everybody's pushing you, everyone's paying attention to you. And I have my questions written down, but you said something very interesting to me, which was, they paid attention to you because of your singing, because of your ability and your gift. Were there a lot of people in your family, or did you feel overlooked just because there were so many people, or what brought it on that singing or your talent was how they paid attention to you? I think we froze.
This wind is blowing so hard, yo.
Listen, for those of y'all out there, first of all, let me be myself. I didn't use Wikipedia as a resource. I wrote it down wrong. And in Vegas, it is extremely windy. It is
Yeah.
extremely windy. I promise you. I paid my internet bill. I worked out the microphone. And you know what? The devil just don't want us to be great. See, when you're doing great things, that's when adversity comes in, and you got to tap your screen and say, "Hello, we're back."
We're back.
So, I was just asking, like, when you said, like, your parents basically they paid attention to you because of your talent, because of your singing. That was you getting attention. Did you have a big family? Did you feel overlooked growing up without the talent?
Um, okay. So not really a super big family. Not really a super big family, but we were all really close and connected um at some point. It might be going a little bit too deep as to why um the question is posed in reference to me getting the attention. I would just say growing up was not really that easy for me. I wasn't pretty. I wasn't light skinned. I got picked on all the time at school. I hated school. I hated being around people. I was super at some point of my life, super suicidal. I just hated being in my skin. But every time I open my mouth, people will be like, wait a minute, what? What? Say that again? You know? So I was always overlooked. And when I was paid attention to, it was always, you so black, you so this, you so that. You know, I had it really, really rough growing up um, down south. Yeah. So that was a way for me. That was the only place where I can build my confidence was singing and rapping and jingling around the house, and it made me happy. That was my getaway, and people would always be drawn to it, and how happy it would make me to just be in that element that I create for myself, and people be like, where'd she get this from? How's she doing this? Where do you learn that? Where do you learn this? But yeah, often overlooked up until it was either, being bullied or hey, she can sing. I didn't know whether or not people were coming to me in school to talk mess or to ask me to sing a song. I just never knew. I never knew.
And see, it's not, to me, it's not going too deep. Like, you've heard some of my shows before, and like, my goal at the end of the day is that I know people are wearing a smile, and we live in the world of social media where everything's okay. But I think what you're sharing, there's a lot of people who can relate.
Yeah.
And also I think about the younger generation that's coming up that may be feeling the same way, but they don't have a safe space to be able to share that. Because when I look at you and when I see you perform, I see this light. I just see this light, and you're full of this positive energy. So to look at you where you are now in your career, and we're going to talk about a lot of your experiences, being married, wanting to give up, but what kept you going when you were younger? Because anything in entertainment industry is based on looks. It is based on talent. So it's really interesting to hear you say, I didn't know I was going to be bullied. I was overlooked. Here I was dark skinned. I was everything, or I want to say everything, but I was a lot of things that society found wrong with me. Yet you still found yourself pursuing the singing because you had an album at 14. You were being compensated as a young age to sing. Did you find discrepancy in that? Like, were you torn? Like, well, over here I'm being bullied and being called these names, but over here when I open my voice, accept me. Were you torn in any of that, or did you question yourself?
No, no. Actually, my aunt grabbed me out of that environment. She grabbed me out of that, and she started investing her money into me, and it became about who you know. It was all about who you know. If you got money, you could pretty much do and buy your way into anything. So at the time, I had lots of money put behind me. Um, and I started actually doing more and being above the average age of where my peers were. So I was doing more. And
Hmm.
at a very young age, I've been working, focusing, grinding. That is something that I have been doing since a very young age, is pretty much grinding and finding my own niche, learning how to tune people out, and just do me and be confident with who I am. So eventually I started to get popular in school, and I was a recording artist and I had a CD, and It was in stores, barcoded, all of that. So I went by fudge when I was a kid. I went by fudge.
Okay.
Not much of a choice of mine, because when people put money into you, they want to make sure they're putting money into what they want to put money into. So even then, as a recording artist, I still wasn't doing me. I was writing on my own stuff, but I still wasn't able to find me. I'm just now finding me. To be
Okay, let's talk about that. Because that's good what you just brought up. A lot of people get into the industry, and what I find is like, oh, just get that deal. All you just need is if you just find that one agent or that right record deal. And what you just said was so pivotal, because you still didn't know you and you still weren't allowed to be you. So can you just talk to that experience? Like, you were fudged, not by your choice, this money behind you. You know, you hear the talks like Prince when he changed his name to the symbol, and you hear about a lot of artists like the TLCs and different people who had to fight to get control or get that money. Did you feel like a slave to the industry? Did you feel like, even though some people would look outside and say you were living out your dream?
I feel like a slave to the industry. No.
Did you feel okay?
No, I enjoyed every bit of my experience. I enjoyed it so very much. I toured at a young age. I did all that stuff. I enjoyed that. However, it was I felt it had to be a gimmick because I was a Black girl. It had to be a gimmick because I was a little chocolate girl, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it had to be my just me being a chocolate girl alone had to be packaged right, the where my name was Fudge. And it was just, when I look at it now, it just I don't think it was right, but
Would you do it again?
do what again?
Be fudge and go through that whole experience. Is there anything you would change about it? And I have to say that slave was probably a strong word, but just feeling like you had no control, like you were being controlled on some level.
If I could do it again, I would. Because it made me who I am today, honestly. Yeah.
Okay. Let's play a little quick game. I am loving this interview so far. We're going to play a quick game of Truth or Sing.
I'm out. And I'm out. I gotta go. My dog calling me. Well, let's do it.
So Truth or Sing, it's a really fun game. Basically, I give you a scenario, and if you don't want to answer the question, you can give the song as I give directive. Working on a better way to explain it, but you can choose the truth, and if you don't choose the truth, then you'll sing.
Okay.
Bless the Lord Almighty. All right. What is one thing people would be surprised to know is true about you? Or you can sing the national anthem.
One thing that people would be surprised to find out about me.
That is true.
Is that is true. Let's see. I have a violent nature that I have been maintaining and suppressing and working on for a very long time.
Okay, can we talk about that?
Sure.
How did you know you had a violent nature?
Ooh, that's all I saw growing up. That's all I knew. And I told you, like, I was being talked about and everything. And that's all I knew how to do was fight, fight. And it took me a long time. Like, I mean, I was like grown talking about catching fades, like I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, was feeling like anybody could catch my whole fade. Because I didn't know how to communicate and deal with issues because I was never taught that. You got a disagreement, voice is raised, Things get thrown, people get hurt, you watch that. And, I've never had anybody growing up, nobody to teach me anything better than that. And so a lot of my kindness, and a lot of my mannerisms that people see that that they're familiar with when it comes to me, is I always take that extra step to make sure that things are cool, things are copacetic, people feel good, people are comfortable, that there is never a reason or an issue for something to go too far to where I would even have to be tested in a way, that me being, I feel like I'm maybe a little overly nice just to make sure don't nobody test me and bother me, So yeah, that's it. That's my truth.
Let me tell you, one, I just want you to know that you are a blessing to so many. Somebody said, "Oh, she about that life," but you know, here's what I think with that, and what I've come to the conclusion with. There's a lot of things that we've been taught in the Black community that just have not been right. When you said having a violent nature. And I wouldn't even say it's having a violent nature, but if you've only been taught a certain way to live, right? Your parents say, "Oh, mama, I got in a fight." And in the comics, they say it's funny, like, "Well, did you fight back?" Okay, well, you better go back and fight. But the reality is, I think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but we can agree that some of the things that we learned growing up, we can look back on it now and kind of go like, you know what, there's a better way. There's a better way of approaching it. It's really windy out here, y'all. We gon' I feel like we froze, but it's okay. We're gonna come back. Can everybody hear me out there? Okay, you hear me, but you don't see me moving. And we're about to come back. It's all good. Y'all like my hat? This is a new hat by Academic. Shout out to Suave. There we go. Boom. We're about to do this. You know what it is? You know what it is? And I'm doing everything right. What I do know is that when you're sharing truth, when you're saying something, because it's the gossip sites don't never get shut down. They gossip, talk mess about you, to call you ugly and everything. But look, as soon as we over here trying to meet Jesus and share some goodness with people, what the thing do? Freeze up. You know what? I'm gonna say to Cox, you know your name and you know how to use it, and you know what I got to say. I'm praying for y'all.
I'm just listening to this wind blow so hard, like this wind blowing super hard.
Listen, and shout out to Dante, my big brother. Shout out to Pastor Jay, because they jonesing me a little bit, but they helping me because they know me so well. But one, I want to say thank you for admitting that, because I think we're living in a day and time right now where, as artists, it's about living in your truth. Because regardless of whether you know it or not, listen, wind blowing or not, you're helping somebody. Now let's get back to this game. My God, today. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Here we go. All right. KK Mala.
Yes, darling.
Name the worst artist or celebrity you have worked with, or you can sing the theme song to Golden Girls.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would be the big is scared for me to think. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a boom, 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 boom. Okay.
You know what?
Raggedy.
But it was on key. Listen, I want to hear a truth, but I just want to hear you sing and rap. So can you give me like a free flow with the word nothing in it? Like I know you can. Can you give me a flow with nothing on it?
A flow with nothing. Let's see. You want me to spit something with a flow with nothing? I'm sitting here spitting my truth, talking about this. I'm not bluffing. All I'm thinking about right now is some food, maybe some muffins. But I look at my refrigerator and I have nothing. Ain't no cooking, ain't nothing. I ain't fronting, nothing going on. This is my flow. You already know. I'm here saying something about nothing. With no beat.
With no beat. That's on me. That's on Mary.
You want to beatbox for me? Go, you gonna beatbox for me? We can run it back.
I only did that one. Let me see what I got.
Back.
Okay, let me see what I got. This is crazy. Okay. All right. Okay. Come on. All right.
Hey. So I don't want to wait to be. Gotta sit this beat. Got my boy DW on this beat. This place, hey, the DW experience is in my face. Hey, I'm saying it, but hey, I'm not about to play about nothing. Let's go. I ain't never frontin'. Hey.
That's all I got.
Okay. That's okay. I ain't got nothing but a whack flow right now anyway. It's okay.
Listen, but you know what? It's only you. You can get me on the stage.
Beatbox for me.
Because you remember that one time I beatbox y'all. Yes. Catch me at the right time. So you go through, just hard life family, you've overcome. You can recognize, listen, I didn't grow up the best, violent nature and everything. Music is my thing. I just want to get to the part where you give up on music and you get married. Where did that come from?
That's the part we're going to get to. Yeah. Okay, so I've been doing music forever. For those of you that are watching, don't get it twisted. I'm a little bashful. I'm not going to lie. I get a little... this isn't really like my element. Like we just sitting here chopping it up. I feel like I'm a little on the spot, but my Reggie is nice. So don't get it twisted, y'all. But I've been doing music forever. I've been doing this forever. And since 14, really professionally, and I'm 41 now. So eventually I got to the point to where I had been chasing music for so long. It was almost a deal here, almost a deal there. I'm traveling, I'm performing, I'm doing everything, and nothing is hitting me right yet. So I'm coming across all these good men, but I don't want to be bothered because I'm so focused on my music. So, I decided, give love a try, try to live something different, trying not to be so self-centered and selfish, and give love a shot. So I got married. And to an amazing guy, one of my favorite people on this planet. The marriage just didn't work out. Growth is everything. People got to grow. And sometimes, you can't grow around people. Sometimes you got to be away and you don't need expectations over you while you're trying to grow. And some of us don't understand growth and when it's time to share our lives with people if we're not all the way where we need to at least be to start a relationship. So got married. Things wasn't going. I felt like I was being stagnated. I was in one place. It was driving me nuts. I wasn't traveling. I wasn't doing the stuff that I wanted to do. And then it just seemed like marriages work. And I just feel like, some people people don't understand that marriages work. And so with the lack thereof, on his behalf, I what,
Okay,
what am I doing this for? What
let
am
me
I
ask you
waiting for?
this. No, this is good. First of all, let's just go back to the fact that you're 41,
Okay.
and because black don't crack, and everyone is just like 41 where you look like you're in your 20s, which I want to get into just your whole aura and your whole vibe, and still just going after everything that you want. Like, that's what I love about you. Like, some people get to a particular stage in life. I wanted to say age in life, but they get to a stage in life where they feel like, okay, I'm here. Well, it's too late for me, or I don't need to keep going. One, it's International Women's Day. As a woman in the industry, as a woman who is clearly independent, going after her stuff, did you feel like you said you felt stagnated in the marriage? But I've talked about this with my friends. Like, did you feel like you had to give up more than the man did in order to make this marriage work? Like looking back on it, just as a woman in artistry and business, do you feel like you had to sacrifice more looking back on it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, because time. Time is something you cannot get back, especially when there's something that you want to do, or you have something that is pulling you on the inside, telling you that you need to be getting at what you want, or what you need to be chasing what it is that's in your heart, So yeah, time. Because if we're not having any babies and making plans to have businesses and stuff like that, then set me free so I can do my own business and do my own thing and still chase my dreams while I still got time. Ain't nobody got time for no 40-year-old rapper. Like, let's move. Let's make some moves. If we're not making moves, then let me go, So here I am, single as a stick of gum.
They come in packs. They come in packs. They come in packs. They're not alone. Okay. But why do you think that is? Because I just, like, there's so much to go over, but why on Women's Day, why do you think it is that there's a double standard for you in relationships and even in the music side of it? And I want to ask a bonus question with everything that's going on. Do you think men take advantage of that? Do you think men take advantage of like, being that they can be in the industry and maybe have more leeway? Do you think they kind of push women to be more in the back? Like, do you think they take advantage of their position in the music industry or in relationships?
I don't know, because women, it's been a turnover. Like, women are out here getting it, women are out here getting it. Society kind of lays it out for women to get it because they be trying to push the men out anyway. That's what this is about anyway. So, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way at all. I feel like women are definitely, on top. They say the first should be last and the last should be first.
Mm-hmm.
The women are first now. So I don't know. That's the best way I can answer that question.
Yeah, I know that was a lot, but how are the men being pushed out, you think?
Because opportunities, the opportunities, I feel like they lay out more opportunities for women. I feel like, which I'm not complaining, but I feel like I don't feel like it's equal when it comes to us as a unit of just Black people. Like, they don't lay it out. They don't lay it out like they used to for men. They lay it out for women. And then not only that, but women are getting away more with things that used to be taboo. So now, for instance, like, some things that we do behind closed doors, we can do out loud right now. Like, and it's nothing. So now the positions of what was taboo is out, which gives us another position. And, let's just say, for instance, prostitution. And it's okay to admit that you do this. It's okay to do this. It's okay to do that now. It's okay to be a side chick. It's okay to
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait. It's okay to, I don't know if it's okay to be a side chick still yet.
We make it, I feel like I feel like it is something that is embraced one way or another. I feel like what I'm saying is there's a lot of things that are behind closed doors, the behind the scenes of everything for women is now at the forefront. That's basically what I'm saying. Good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Women do a lot of things that men can do. A lot of things that women supposedly couldn't do, we can do now. I'm just saying that a lot of the things that we were not allowed to do, we're allowed to do now. And it's creating money, it's creating revenue, it's creating opportunity, it's creating. So that is how the women are, I feel like, being put at the top and men are being pushed out. Hardworking men, it's just certain things no more people don't appreciate when it comes to men, it seems like, for me, at least how I see it. Maybe I'm Gen Xing right now, but I think that women are on top. I don't see that question being what it is right now. I don't see that.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I'm just here to ask the questions and learn.
Yeah, like
and
it's just
learn.
okay. We getting away with a lot. We coming out with a lot. There's a position for us always. There's always something for a woman. It's always something for us to do now. We're getting out there.
It's the way you said it with the shoulder that puts some. It's always gonna be something. Don't worry.
I'm just saying. We getting out there. Women, we out there. So I don't know. I don't see it that way. I don't see that men are pushing the women out. I don't see that.
Okay. Speaking of sexy and speaking of prostitution, you are the only person I know that has performed at Freaknik.
Yes. Yes.
First of all, can we just I've never been to Freaknik. Freaknik is like one of those things that I've just seen like in the videos and TV, and I hear the stories that I'm just like, it just seems like a mystical story in a far, far, far away land.
Man, look, first of all, I was too young. I was too young to be seeing any of that stuff, but man, yeah, yes.
Okay, I just want to know what did you sing? Did you tell them to put their hands together, clap their legs? Like, how does this work at Freaknik?
Well, at Freaknik, I mean, it basically it's like All-Star Weekend. It's just a toned down All-Star Weekend where there's a lot of things going on in the city, and Freaknik is just the theme, where people are walking around in booty shorts, G-strings, whatever, bodies is out, bottles is out, people is out kicking it and having a good time and being free, So I just was performing at the venues out there, which at the time Atlanta was home for me. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, I was there in the midst of all of that. And it was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
What made it wonderful?
First of all, just being there. Just being there. I'm a kid, everybody drunk, they happy and they cheering for me, Don't know if I was really any good then, but it was love. It was love and it was fun. And I'm glad that I got an opportunity to be a part of that before they shut it down, because 2 years after that, they shut it down. Like, women were getting raped in broad daylight on their cars, on the hood of their cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, it got a little out of hand at some point, especially when people that are not from Atlanta come to Atlanta and they don't know how to handle it. Shut down.
That's how some of y'all act when you come to Vegas.
Yeah,
that's how they don't know how to hold their liquor, don't know how to be just grabbing everything. As we're coming to a you know what? I just want to say I love you, and I really want to have you back on again. I told you there's some things I want to talk to you about, but you are such a beautiful, deep soul. Like, you have so much wisdom and knowledge to share, but you look like you're 21 or 22.
And I want to say I love you too. Just in case we get disconnected again, I love you too, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Kate.
You have a special place in my heart. From the time I met you, I told you you're my sister. I want you to tell us about KK Mala.
KK Mala. Okay. So KK Mala, I just kind of broke it down. So it's KK, Kyss Kyss, we just sum that up. And then my real name is Makisha.
Mm-hmm.
And my middle name is Lynette. And even though I never see myself going by my actual government name, I just kind of finagled it a little bit, pushed it, pressed it. So it's just KK Mala. So it's Kyss Kyss, Makisha, Lynette. And I just, just combined it all.
Okay.
But, originally Kyss Kyss, shout out to, and God rest his soul, Phil Flowers. He actually was like, you know what? You got to say it twice. And we were, mwah, mwah. So Kyss, singer, and our
We're working it out, y'all.
Are you there, darling?
I am here, darling. The wind. Are you able to tell that story again, please? And the wind said no.
The wind said no. Hey, you know what? Maybe this just wasn't my day. Maybe this wasn't my day.
You know what? I think what I learned from this experience and even listening to you is that no matter what you're going through, and this seems to be the reoccurring theme, but don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like, really don't give up. There's going to be some stumbling blocks. There's going to be some pauses. There's going to be some hiccups, and I'm going to wait for it to unfreeze because we are going to get through this interview, darling. We're going to get through this interview. Thank you, Dante. And y'all at 8 o'clock, scooch on over to be a part of the village at Dante. But KK Mala, can you hear me, darling? I must say that as you are frozen, you may not hear this, but you look absolutely stunning in your frozen picture. Not today, over 21. Will she be coming back? Listen, y'all, if you can, okay, she's going to come back. But as I'm talking, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. There she is. Hello. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Here's what I want to say. Because it looks like we're not going to be on. If we do unfreeze, I will keep going also. Can you hear me? All right, here's what I want to do. I haven't done my commercials yet. I want to take a quick break. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We are going to be great. Let me ask you this while I have you. And it said, no, let me not ask you this. Okay, let me do this. Let me be patient and pause. Okay. There we go. Here's what I was.
God dang it.
My God, today. Listen, we gonna get through this because I gotta ask you. Let me just get to the end of the question before the wind be still. Peace be still, wind. Speaking to you right now. Here's what I want to know. After it's all said and done, what do you want the people to remember about KK Mala? What legacy do you want to leave? What do you want the world to know and be blessed with?
Ooh, what I want the world to know? That I, honestly, that I carry my dad's legacy of love. Honestly. I am, it's a gift and a curse. But I am very, no matter what, you can only be resilient when you don't let things bring you down, you know? And in order to not let things bring you down, you have to really have something inside of you, in your spirit or in your heart, that won't turn regardless of anything that happens. And so far, I still have that. And I love, regardless. You know, I'm, yeah, that I love. I'm really, really a love bug. I'm really a love bug. It's not an act. It's not any of that. I'm really a love bug. It's a gift and a curse. And love stretches out a lot of ways for me. You know, even those that don't love me, I still spare. And I still spare the good, I still keep the good moments, you know, and I would rather not defend myself than to break somebody else down or hurt somebody else. Or, you know, I carry, it's like I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain or easy to explain, but I don't want to say too much. I'm at a time right now that no matter what I say, people take things wrong. So I like to kind of, you know, be quiet a little bit. So I'm just going to leave it like that. But love is definitely something that I have genuinely, just all out love. Anything that you feel from me when you meet me is real. A lot of people just be like, she too nice, she too this, she too that. But that's really just me. And I hate it. Sometimes I hate it. I hate it sometimes, but it protects me from having those catch a fade moments too. So, I mean, it is what it is, but just love is just really something that I seek and want. And I would have love over a deal. I would have love over money. I would rather have just all out, genuine, real, unconditional love in my life. The way I give it. I know that's probably unrealistic, but similar to the way I love, I would like that in return. I'm just a love bug. I'm a love bug.
Oh, there's so much I want to ask as we.
It's 7:52.
It's 7:52, and you know you will be back. You will definitely be back. What do you say to those people who don't feel love in their lives?
Ooh, people, hey, don't do it. They temporary feelings, don't do it.
What would you say? How do you find, because as I listen to you, see, okay. Do I still have her?
You still
Okay.
got me. I'm here.
But as I listen to you, you're such a giving person. You are a person who's clearly gone through some things and experienced pain and hurt. How do you keep loving after that? How do you keep being yourself and giving of that love? What would you say to somebody else? Because I think there are people who are listening who have had to learn the lesson. Don't expect people to give the way you give. Don't expect people to treat you the way you treat them. So my question is, like, how do y'all get through it? How do you, what advice do you have to offer to continue to be the bright light that you are?
What keeps me where I'm at is understanding that when people, oh God, gifts are not just talent. People that are anointed, it ain't just vocally, or just speaking wise. Sometimes God gives people the gift to really love, like for real. And so with that, when you know that you have that, then you have to understand what comes with it. So you got to be quiet, you got to be silent, and you got to trust that God will take care of everything, vindicate for you, every fight for you, everything. Just stay quiet, stay who you are, and let him hash everything out. I have learned my whole life of being quiet and just, being quiet. sitting still sometimes, still giving, but, just accepting how things are. And God has been blessing me, looking out for me, revealing things to me. He has been so good to me that every time I feel like I need to say something that's not cool, I get checked. Because for the moment that I have to say something or expose something, takes away from me. It takes away any blessing. If I say something today about something that he's supposed to be hashing out, it takes away the blessing I was going to walk into tomorrow or next week. Like, I just know that you just got to chill. You just got to chill. You just got to chill. Like, it's hard, but you just got to chill, So
That's good. That's good. The reason why that's good is because a lot of times we always feel like we got to have the last word.
Ooh.
Right?
Or just a word.
Just a word.
You just want to piece the subject. Yeah.
You get in your car and you go like, when he said that, I should have said this. Then I should have hit him with the scripture I had. Or, when she told me that, I should have. So what you're saying is golden. We say in the church world, let the Lord fight your battles. But it's a truth that is so true. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Like, there's a lot of times, and you'll see that y'all in Vegas, I don't be out like I'd like to. I blame part of it on quarantine and my own issues. Y'all pray for me. I'll be back out soon. But also, I just don't feel the need to be out in every single situation. Some places are better left without me or even responding. Like what you're saying, and hopefully if people are hearing it out there, that is gold. Like, if you don't take anything from this interview outside, make sure you go follow Kickin' Mala on all of her platforms. Also, hey, just chill sometimes. You don't always have to respond to every situation. That's really good in the industry.
You don't gotta respond. You don't gotta talk. You don't gotta say nothing. You ain't gotta tell your story. You ain't gotta make up no story. You ain't gotta nothing. Just chill. If you know within your heart that you right about whatever it is that's going on and you ain't do nothing wrong and you cover all your bases, just be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Got it.
Yep.
So let's talk about you have a new album coming out. You have some singles.
Yeah.
So there's two things. I feel like there's two singles. The latest single is called
Did you say something?
I did.
Hey, you there? You there? You froze? Okay.
I'm here. I'm here. So we have the upcoming EP, Say It Twice.
Yes. Yeah, so my first one is Good Timing.
Thank you.
We gonna wait.
Okay.
We gonna wait.
Oh. You know what? I love you. Can I just say I love you? I appreciate
What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me still? Where y'all at?
One day we are going to be on Clear Channel. You'll be my guest. We'll be in a lovely insulated studio, and I'll be like, remember when the wind was blowing and you kept going in and out?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's trees and stuff falling outside, though. It's okay.
Yeah. So the single.
Yeah, Good Timing. I have Good Timing. I have Levels. And I have Nothing Hits Harder. Those three songs are just songs to just let people know that I'm getting ready to, release more music. I'm cutting an album right now. Hopefully it'll come out in a May day. Any given May day, sometime in May. Hopefully I'm, hoping that I'll be able to finish it. Now that I'm working during the day and everything else, it's so much harder for me to get my project finished. So I'm hoping in May that I will be releasing Say It Twice.
Well, let's do this. I would love to have you back on in May when the
Okay.
wind decides to cease for a longer period of time. But I actually I just like to have you on as often as you like. I think you have a lot to offer as far as just wisdom and your energy and everything. And I love you. So
Thank you. Yes,
thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
bro.
very much for indulging me. You're welcome. Y'all, where can they follow you on social media? Let me tell you, y'all need to go follow her. This woman is amazing, and I feel like the world is just waiting to hear on her. To hear more of her, because the world is already hearing you. But I just love you. Where can the people follow
Okay.
you?
Well, you guys can follow me on Instagram, exodot KK Mala. You should follow me. Bad little mama here in Vegas from Columbus, G.
Hey,
Also, you can find me also at Sugar Daddy's every Saturday, and you can find me at Blue Martini every Sunday. There we go. In real
that's
life.
where all the black people are at every Saturday and every Sunday. And y'all follow her. She is entertaining. She is funny. She is always dropping a new jam. So you know what? Let me do this also. I know we're over time, but what's your Cash App? Did I lose her? Y'all, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post her Cash App in a little bit. So if y'all just want to be a blessing to her, put something towards her album. She didn't know I was going to do this, but I just love her and all the artists that have come on the show. As we come to an end, because it looks like I may have lost her, what I want to say to everybody on this International Women's Day, I will close with the famous woman's quote that was derived from Luke 12:48. And she said, to whom much is given, much is required. And listen, you have been given a lot, so don't forget to do something with it. That famous woman was my mother, Miss Desdemona Walter. Rest in peace and happy International Women's Day. Y'all have a good one.
Have you always wanted to learn to play an instrument, write a song, or work with a vocal coach? Melodic Minds Music Academy is more than your average studio for beginner and professional music lessons. Here at Melodic Minds, we strive to use music as a vessel to build self-confidence, respect, and discipline to help our students accomplish their goals and dreams. For several years, Melodic Minds has created a culture that fosters artistic creativity. We teach aspiring musicians, songwriters, performers, and singers of all ages and learning capacities. Visit us at www.melodicmindsmusicacademy.com. Click, enroll, and start perfecting your craft today.